What is going on, guys? And today I'm bringing you a brand new video, of course, another set of trading methods. If you do enjoy, make sure to drop a like down below, and if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. I've had a few issues with my videos not being put out to as many people as usual, so if you are new around here, please either drop a like down below or subscribe just to let me know that you've seen it. But I really do appreciate all the support recently. It's been great. We're on the way to 3K, we're almost there, and I hope this method does really help you. So if you do enjoy it, as I said, like, subscribe, comment, but let's get into it. So guys, this is a really simple method where you can get these Sheffield United strikers. Now, they're actually going for 5.5k right now. So this one here I picked up for 5k. I just missed one for 4k, unfortunately. You can see there's quite a lot up at 5.5. Anything under 5.5 are, I think, the bracket for profit. I'm trying to think, 5.5. You want to pick up basically 5.2, 5.1 and below. I've really been only going for the ones that are 5 and below myself, but you can pick up anything 5.5 and below. Now, I know that it looks like, you know, it's a silver method, there's not going to be a lot coming up. These have all been listed in the time that I've literally gone from picking that one up and then came over, set up the recording and then got that going. So it doesn't actually take that long to get a good snipe. Obviously 5.2 there on sharp, that's okay, but you really want a better one. You want to go for the sort of 4Ks, the 3Ks. They do come up, but they do get taken down quickly. So you want to set this to 4.95, sort of that sort of price. I'll go 5.1, and we just want to pick up one card as quickly as possible. Now, it really does depend when these guys are going to come up. I think that they're 50-50 really. When I first tried it and had to look at it myself for a video, I managed to get 3 or 4 in the space of sort of 5 minutes. Some of them being 3k, some of them being one of them being like, you know, only a 100 coin profit. It really does depend with this one because they're silver, so you don't know how much they're going to be listed. That one there, 4.9. Managed to get them really quickly though. That's one thing. You do manage to get them a lot easier. There's no sort of difficulty. I don't really worry about missing the snipes with these. I know it sounds silly, but usually you've kind of got, it's a bit up in the air. You might miss it, you might not. With these, I don't really think there is that as much because I do think that I've picked up every one bar sort of one that I've seen, so it does seem that easier to pick up. 4.7 there. There are a lot of people missing the price as well, so 4.7, that is silly. Even though he's going for sort of 5.5, people are putting them up for that because they're lazy, they want it to be sold quicker. You don't need to do that. You can make a ton of coins by just picking these up and selling them on how much they're worth. We're going to see if we can get one more, maybe a better snipe. I would suggest that compare price actually isn't what you want to do on this because there's no quality filter to it. I think you can just do regular sniping and really get a good snipe out of it pretty quickly. We're going to see if we can go for one more. Let's see how long we've been sniping for. So we've been about 2.5 minutes, so we'll go for one more, and we've managed to get a 4.4. Oh, how have we missed it? How have we missed it after I've gone on about not missing these guys so much? Right, we'll go for another, we'll say another 20 seconds and see if we can grab one more. As you can see though, quite a few have came up, and if you picked up every single one in the space that I have been recording, sort of everyone I've seen, it is a fairly decent profit, especially for the time that you take. And it is just about, I mean, with stuff like this, when it's relying on people to list it low, it's more about how silly people are with listings than it is about how good you are at sniping. But we're going to call it a day for this method, and we're going to move on to the next one. So guys, the method we're looking at first is going to be Brazilian left back. And you're going to want to have the filter of gold, otherwise it's not going to work. Now, I know at the minute the gold filter isn't working, the quality filter is a bit broken. We're just going to check the minimum buy now is still about 1.2. But what you can do, there's two options with this. You've obviously got your regular methods of obviously just regularly sniping. You can do compare price. If we go all the way down to the end here, I need to get the gold back on. So if you go all the way down to the end and with gold on and scroll down to, I believe it's about here, and then you just want to keep doing the compare price. Eventually you'll get a few steals. We managed to pick Ren and Lodi up for 1.2k and he sells on for 1.7. So a lot of the cards you'll be getting here, you might not, on this method for example, you might be sniping at 1.2, pick them up at 1.1, but the cards will go for a lot more. Like Ren and Lodi goes for a lot. The Marcel, or Marcel, is it Marcel? He's on here somewhat. Marcel, he comes up at 700 coins a lot. So there's a few good players coming up pretty low. But we're going to go for a regular sniper here just because the compare price didn't seem to pick too much good stuff up. And we're just going to try and snipe a couple of these if we can. I am sniping at about 3 o'clock, so I'm not sure if that means it's prime or the opposite at the minute. Obviously you can't really tell because no one's at work, no one's at school, so I don't really know what the prime time to snipe at the minute would be. But we're just going to try and pick a few up. I managed to pick a few up before recording. We got quite a few Marcels, as you can see. My coin balance going up there is because one of them has sold on. So we're just going to whack this guy up as well for I think 1.2 is probably a fair price for him. Obviously not huge profits on him, but we're looking for more like the 900 to 600, and you do get gradually better profits. We're just going to try and pick up one more card, see if we can maybe get a Ren and Lodi or someone even better than that, just to make the profit a little bit nicer. Okay, that one's the one we've just grabbed. So we'll just go in again. Remember, you've got to keep setting the quality filter because obviously it is broken at the minute. I'm not sure if they're planning to fix that. I'm not sure if they've done it on purpose to stop people sniping as much. I really don't know what they put that in for, or if it is just a mistake, but they haven't fixed it and it's been like a week. So it could just be not being resolved. I really wouldn't be able to tell you guys. We're going to grab Ren and Lodi there, and we've also, did we manage to get, oh, we've missed that. We've definitely scuffed that. Scuffed that one, but we got Ren and Lodi. He goes for 1.6, so that does show he is coming up, and you can obviously make quite a decent profit of him, just under 700 coins there. So we've picked up quite a few. We're going to move on to the next method. So for the final methods, guys, we're just going to be looking at right wings from Germany who are gold and Bundesliga as well. Now at the minute you're going to be looking at about 1.5 for these. We're just going to check what the actual minimum price is. 1.2. We've got a couple coming up at 1.2, and you can actually get a few cards under this method. Obviously you've got Bellarabi, Klaus, and I believe there is one more. But if you get Bellarabi, you're going to be making a ton of coins. Klaus, on the other hand, you're obviously going to be wanting 1k and under for pickups on him. So we're just going to whack this onto a regular filter and go for, let's have a look, back into Germany, Bundesliga, and right wing. Let's pop that on. And we're just going to go for 1k and below. And realistically, 1.1k you only want to pick up Bellarabi or other players. Klaus is 1k and under. So if you're searching at 1k, be careful if you are getting Klaus coming up. And you can just search it at 1k and just go for that, because obviously then you're not going to get any missed profits or anything like that. So you can go for that, but obviously the Bellarabis are going to be listed higher, so you don't know if you are going to be able to pick them up as much. But Klaus does come up a fair bit. He's not really too sniped, so you can pick him up quite easily. But this filter is pretty simple. It's pretty basic, literally just like the Brazilian one. They've worked for a very long time now, and it's just a filter that I thought I'd give you guys during the lockdown, during quarantine, which you're going to constantly be able to use. You don't have to keep changing and keep looking at other filters. This one will work for you the entire time. So we're just going to see if we can pick up one more and get a decent profit. Hopefully we might even go on to compare price, see if we can nab something out of there. As you can see, he's gone up in price slightly because there's literally only 4 on the market. Let's have a look. So he's probably able to squeeze 1.3 out of him, and people aren't listing him as much right now, but when they do, sort of in the evenings, especially after squad battles and things like that, and brilliant snipes there, lovely to see. So there you go, there's 2 really easy snipes there that we've got a decent profit on for both of them, selling them at 1.2. Squad battles rewards come out tonight. I'd suggest that that's a really good time to have a go at picking this guy up just before them, so you can make a little bit of extra profit, because if you pick him up as they come out, loads of people will pack him, and then you can sell him on sort of tomorrow, Tuesday, and make a ton of coins. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like down below. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe. I hope this has got out to as many of you as they usually do, but I will not know until the video is up. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.